Recently, I took a 7-week road trip across Europe, and within our itinerary were 3 weeks dedicated to Switzerland and nearby regions of surrounding countries. A huge focus on this trip, and easily what we did the most of, was visit theme parks in countries like Poland, Germany, Denmark, Belgium, and the Netherlands. For those of you who don't know, I am a roller coaster enthusiast, and I have a second channel called Coaster Dash. That channel is what gave me the very inspiration to make this one right here. Another thing I absolutely love is exploring the world's natural beauty, and so we had to incorporate it into this trip. On our way down to Switzerland, we made a stop at Schwarzwald National Park, or in English, the Black Forest National Park. This park spans approximately 10,062 hectares, or 38.85 square miles, so it's definitely pretty huge. The Black Forest gets its name from a canopy of trees so dense that the woods seem dark. Now, admittedly, when we visited in July, it is not the best time of year to visit the national park. The summer season as a whole is usually not my favorite when it comes to natural beauty, with the big exception being high alpine territory, and that's exactly the reason we focused on Switzerland for this trip. The Black Forest and other areas within surrounding countries were kind of places that we visited because why not, they're right on the way. In the springtime, you'll get the mystical atmosphere the Black Forest is known for, with cloud cover piercing the tree line and sporadic rain showers. If you watched my Redwood National Park video in Northern California, imagine something like that. In the autumn, the leaves might turn orange and yellow, creating absolutely gorgeous foliage. And in the winter, the forest could be covered in snow, which is a whole other mood on its own. The summer doesn't capture any of these traits, and because it's so hot, also causes the rivers and waterfalls within the park to flow much less hard. That said, we were still able to enjoy our time in the Black Forest. We started with a short 0.4-mile trail to Allerheiligen Wasserfälle. In English, this means All Saints Waterfall, but ironically, this isn't one waterfall, it's actually a series of waterfalls traveling through the Lierbach River. My first impression upon arrival was how nice and maintained the trail was. 100 feet of elevation will be traversed on this short hike, and it's all done through various series of stairs. These travel around the waterfalls, giving different vantage points. As anticipated, the falls weren't flowing anywhere close to their fullest potential, but they did look quaint amongst their green forest backdrops. I'd imagine in other seasons, this is a pretty significant stop. Our next destination within the Black Forest was 40 minutes south to the more impressive Bergbach waterfall. What's interesting about this one is that it seemed much more underground. We found no parking lot, no trail maps, no nothing, just this one sign that pointed to the trail with the word waterfall on it. As a whole, this trail was also poorly marked, but if you trust your instincts, you shouldn't have too difficult of a time finding it. The trail lasts for 1.3 miles and contains 492 feet of elevation gain, all of which you'll traverse through switchbacks coming back up the trail. If this tells you anything, walk downhill and you should start to hear flowing water and see occasional signs pointing to Bergbach waterfall. I have to say, this was a very tranquil spot, and the remote journey was well worth it when we got there. To give a sense of scale, here's my brother standing to the left of the falls all in black, and as you can see, it's bigger than it appears on video. I loved how this waterfall flowed to the bottom so effortlessly while also having a trickle effect underneath certain rock layers. Now once you're ready to head back up, I'd recommend taking a slight detour near the beginning of the trail to a gazebo outlooking the endless foliage. You'll know you're going the right way when you see this steep staircase with a railing on the right hand side. So overall, while we didn't do a lot in Schwarzwald National Park, I really enjoyed the scenery and would love to return in a different season. Then, it might be worth spending at least a few days here taking in many more trails, vistas, and waterfalls. But for now, thank you all so much for sticking with me. If you enjoyed, feel free to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It really means the world. And with that being said, I'll see you in Switzerland, where much more dramatic scenery awaits. Bye guys.